Hello everyone. So in this video I will be guiding you how I set up the notification system for my app. There's two types of notification. One is the instant notification, and another is the schedule notifications. So we'll guide you through that. So let's just get straight into the point. What is instant notification? What is a schedule notification? You need to know first that. So let's call the instant notification. Let's say this is a mobile device. We call it mobile device user A. All right, and there is this, call it a send friend request. So I've kept the name short, so don't mind that here. And there is a button called send friend request. What it is do, send friend request triggers an API called a send friend request. So we call it send friend request API. All right, and it just triggers this one. The send friend request API has a bunch of logic in which it updates the data to DB, and also it takes the token of the recipient and send the notification to that user. Token, don't mind the spelling here, it's token. So what does this do? This is the thing, this is the logic behind it. So that method has this logic. It updates the data to the, so it updates the data to the database, and then it takes the token from the recipient and send that notification to the token, and it gets through a couple parameters like a body, notification title, notification body. Body is basically the description, has the data called. So this is the whole payload. So this is the whole payload of the notification, which I've just showed you. All right, so it can be important stuffs like the, hey, you've got a new friend request, and in the description is like dash name has sent your sent friend request, please respond. And in the data you can have extra fields like user ID of the other user, details of the other user, so that when the user presses the notification, it routes them to that screen. So there could be a different type as well. Anyhow, that's a basic notification. What happens, this function when runs, this method just it's another device, call mobile device user B. It sends the notification to that. So this method takes the token and sends the notification there. Mostly it happens through FCM, which is Firebase messaging feature. All right, so mostly it happens through that. Mostly all the notifications are handled through the Firebase, and it's easy. We are also doing it in that way. So that's one instant notification. I call it instant noti. All right, that's this. Now let's come to another part. This notification works. Now let's come to another part. This notification works very simple. You press on the button, you trigger an event. So basically an API call, all the logic we have is in this API. So whenever this API is gonna get called, the notification will be sent. It's more dependent on the user himself. So whenever he's going to call that API, press on the button, we know that notification is going to get sent. That's not a problem for us. Next notifications are some event based. We call it scheduled notification. What is a scheduled notification? Let me just tell you a reminder first. Let me tell you that here is an application. There is this user A, all right, and let's say he's an owner of some sort of company, right? And this user A creates one thing. All right, we call it create our event in which he invites multiple other users. So user B, user B. All right, he invites two of those users, and he gives the details like let's go to movie watching. All right, let's get it. Let's go Avengers movie. Movie at 8 p.m. on, let's say, 20 August. All right, so at 8 p.m. 20 August. All right, so that's the event he created. So it's the title of the event, it's the end date of the event, like just and that's the event detail. And he created the event, let's say that ends 2 days before. So let's say it ends on 18th August. All right, so what's the logic behind it? User A creates an event. He invites the two people to give an answer, yes or no. Are you willing to go to Avenger movie? The Avenger movie is on 20 August, and the event deadline is 18th August. So by 18, you need to fill just yes or no so that we can align our schedules. All right. User C went ahead. They all received that notification. First of all, they all received that notification, hey, you have been invited to this event, right? They all received those notifications, naughty straight up, right? User C went ahead and filled the event details, his answer basically as yes. All right, he marked it as completed. What user B does, he forgot about it. He didn't even think about it. He just was looking like, oh, I will answer it later. And that event was going to end in a couple of days. 1 day passed, 2 day passed. So we need to now remind the user B that, hey, that event is ending. We need your input. Add an input. There is 6 hours left to end that. So there is 6 hours left for the event to end. There is 1 hour left to the event for the event to end. So give your answer. So what that does, it sends the notification at that point. 8 hours left, 6 hours left, 12 hours left, so that he can remind it about. And in this case, we're not triggering any API because user B is idle. User A has already created the event. So how the user B will get the notification? That's where the new logic comes on of the AWS. So let's just get on that. All right. Let's say how it works is whenever, so we're going to take this and we're going to expand it. So let's say the user A has created an event. So that's perfect. He created the event. That's one thing. That's the event details. And before sending that, there is one thing we will do. We're gonna move them to forward, and there's a couple things that's going to be happening under the hood. Obviously, update the DB, send instant notification, and then there is create AWS EventBridge schedule. That's where this comes in. Now, what is an AWS EventBridge schedule? So for this specific case, what will be the event bridge schedule event is gonna look like? It's gonna look like as when to run. So we call it trigger trigger time, which lambda to invoke payload. So there's three things this event bridge scheduler will hold this specifically, right? In fact, we should put it like that. Perfect. Okay, so there's three things it is holding: trigger time, when it is going to run, we're going to provide that; lambda to invoke. What is a lambda? It's basically a separate code you deploy. It's a serverless code, or you deploy on the AWS, so that it can just do a couple of functions. So in our case, we're just gonna have it that it takes the token and just sends the notifications to that device. That's all it is supposed to do. So it lambda to invoke and the payload. And so we're going to fill in the data in a bit. So what we're going to be doing, the trigger time is going to be, obviously we're reminding, let's say 1 hour before the event ends. So it's 18th August. Let's say we're keeping that end time is 9 p.m. 9 p.m. So trigger time should be 8 p.m. 18 August. All right, which lambda to invoke. So let's say we have created and deployed a lambda on the AWS already. So we call it send notification to user. That's the lambda function name, right? And the payload. In payload, we're going to be send user ID, token, and event details like title and body, right? This is the three things we're going to be sending in the payload, and that's it. So what will happen is when user B has not submitted the rating, or let's say the event failed the event, this trigger time, let's say whenever it will be 8 p.m. on 18 August, it's gonna run this lambda, and this lambda is gonna send the notification to this user. Send the notification of reminder that hey, your event is about to end, so please just have an input. And whenever that user see, hey, it's ending within 1 hour, user is going to complete it, and this will increase the engagement rate. Fill the details. So that's the whole thing. And why are we sending these? So let's say we will deploy the lambda to a very different type. Let's say this is our lambda. Now we will not just take that, it's gonna take the notification token and just sends the notification with just a 2-line code. No, we're gonna give it the user ID. With that user ID, it's gonna find the token from the user ID, and notification title is the title we gave of the event is equal to event title, and so on. So let's say the title means that hey, Avengers movie, whatever the title has been created, respond to the Avengers movie event. That's the notification we usually get. So why we're doing that? We're not sending the token right, because let's say user B has logged out and logged into the different device, so the token gets replaced. We're not going to do that. So we need the latest token on which the device to send. So that's why we will get the latest token from the database itself. If you want to know about further regarding what is Lambda and how we can set it up, that's a separate video. Let me know in the comments. So let's say in the meantime, whenever this happens, this event gets triggered. There is a second phase to it. Let's say if the user had already filled the survey, he's already filled the event details. Now he should not supposed to get this 1 hour notification reminder because already filled it. On that case, at this point, whenever this is going to trigger at 8 p.m. every time because it's been scheduled to run at 8 p.m. So in this point in our Lambda, what we do is we add a check that if the user B basically, like if the user ID has already filled the event details. If not, then obviously we're going to do all of this stuff. Otherwise, return, not do anything. So this is gonna stop from sending the notification, right? So that's how it is. Let's say if the event was already deleted, so again the same check. If the event has been deleted, we use another function. Or if the event has been updated, let's say he set the end timer to 10 p.m, so we use another function. So this is the function to create. Otherwise we'll use the update or delete. That's a built-in functions from the AWS. So that's how it was going to work. Same case will happen for user C as well. So this whole payload will consist of user IDs, in our case of user B and user C, and this Lambda will loop over those user IDs, get the details, and send the notifications. One thing I will like to add is when you're sending the notification, try to send the notification in batches. Firebase allows around 500 batches, so which means all the notification gets sent at once. So if you have a lot of users, there will not be any buffer time. If you will try to send the notification to single user one by one in a loop, it's gonna create a buffer, which is not good practice. So that's all it regarding the whole system in which we're using AWS EventBridge schedule and Lambda. And obviously there's a lot of checks to handle. Anyhow guys, if you like this video, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.